Hi guys, welcome back to August Love Story, the channel. My name is Artika.
And I'm Tommy.
And today we are reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 19. That episode is titled Sliding Toward Decision Day. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. I forgot what order you told me. You said Gina first,
I just
right?
said it.
It doesn't matter that you just said it. Doesn't mean that I didn't forget it.
All right. Yeah, Gina and Clint.
All right. I did write the least about them. Clint says he felt blindsided during the meeting with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal with the things that Gina said. And so they went to the stables to ride horses. And afterwards they had a picnic and he brought it up. Gina says that his behavior, I think her statement was his behavior is bizarre. And he was like, essentially like, come on now, you ain't never said nothing to me like that.
Yeah.
And then you gonna just throw that out when they come over like I'm the problem?
Yeah. That was the thing that Clint was like, she had him messed up with. It was like, dog, how you just... Clint's trying. This tells you Clint tried and Gina didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, why didn't you say that throughout?
Right.
Give me a fighting chance for this thing to work. And it was almost like when they was at that picnic, they were saying their concession speeches. Or she was for sure.
Gina's been saying her concession speech for a while. Gina has not been in this, was not going to get in this. Ever since he said, I like my girl smaller than you. She been like, I'm going to show you what you're not going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much been their relationship. Clint has just carried parts of the season, at least where we had some laughter from him because nobody else was giving us those things.
Mm-hmm. So. Clint was more on the like the brighter side of things, you know, looking at it from the brighter side, because he was like, we know that they are friends. Mm-hmm. Like they are, I don't even know to say good friends, but they are friends. Mm-hmm. And I believe that they will be able to hang out with each other afterwards. One thing that does bother me, and I think we'll probably talk about it a little bit later, is the idea that Mac is crushing on his girl. Like it's okay to say she's cute and stuff. And if I had a chance, I would take it. But allow her to get out of that situation because, and I only say this is because you know both parties. You know Gina and you know Clint, but you know Clint better than you know Gina.
And it's also interesting because, like, they made it seem like he was sliding in DMs trying to holler at Gina. But he was like, I know I have no shot in like, ever with her celebrity friend, whomever that is. Yeah. I'm assuming it's a country music singer, which means I don't know who it is.
It was game is what he was pulling.
That's what he thought.
Because, no, he was saying he has no shot with the friend. He only slid in her DMs to open a line of communication. Mm-hmm. Like, because there's no other reason for him to talk to Gina.
And he's still not going to talk to Gina.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, allow them to be done. Mm-hmm. And only because you know both of them. Like, if you just only knew Gina and didn't know this guy that she really wasn't like or didn't like, but in the situation, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Best man wins at that point. But you know Clint. Mm-hmm. And you have a relationship with Clint in somehow. Respect that. Mm-hmm. You know Clint is trying to do this. And even if you found out Clint was like, I'm good, talk to him about it. Mm-hmm. You know, and explain to him your situation and how you feel. Like,
I still don't think he's going to get anywhere with Gina.
I don't think he's going to get anywhere, but he might. Mm-hmm. And you putting any source of doubt in anybody's mind when it comes to them, it doesn't give them a fair share, a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he already trying to holler at her, but just sliding in her DMs, you know, because we don't know what the conversation was like afterwards.
Right.
Or what they talked about, you know, to get to in the DM.
It was probably like, LOL, no. On Gina's part.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's all I had for them, period.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't have much for them myself.
Didn't work.
Nicole and Chris?
No, I was trying to sneeze.
Salud. No, that ain't it.
That ain't it. But thank you. I know what you're trying to say.
What am I trying to say?
Bless you.
Yeah.
You said...
I said salud. What is salud?
That's what people do when they take a shot.
Oh. That's probably wrong. Somebody's got to correct me.
It doesn't matter. You said Nicole and Chris?
Bless you, though. Yeah.
Thank you. Nicole and Chris. Nicole was on my nerves this episode.
Oh my God.
I text Tommy because I watched the episode during the day and he watched it during the evening.
This time I did not fall asleep because I didn't try to watch it too late.
Right. I texted him and was like, Nicole is on my nerves. They had dinner with a private chef, and then they talked again about where they're going to live. Excuse me. Chris said something really stupid. He said he wants to focus on one thing at a time, so he needs to get past decision day before he can focus on a place to live. I'm like, if you know that you're going to stay with her, decision day is done. Mm-hmm. Shut up and find somewhere to live so we can stop talking about it.
I see both sides. Him wanting to focus on one thing at a time because for her, things move so rapidly and she tries to do a lot at one time because she's nerve-wracking for one thing. But
oh my God, she is so nerve-wracking.
Because I think it's because she's a overthinker and then she's a know-it-all as well. And so it's like when she was sitting there talking to him and she said something of the mind of, I don't want you to say yes on decision day because everything is good now. I mean, I can't base my...
What else am I basing decision day off of? Crazy?
I can't base my decision day off of tomorrow. I have to base it off of yesterday
and today.
So
what is wrong with you?
It's like, you know, I get her part where she was like, I want to know, you know, if we stay apart, we could grow apart. You know what I'm saying? And it takes more strain to not live together and be together than it does for us to live together. Mm-hmm. I get that part. Mm-hmm. But all you have to do is figure out your situation. Like finding a place to stay together is tough because of the parameters you have. But to focus on you and him at the same, like, what are we gonna do as far as like being together? That's more important because you have a place to stay now. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Chris is looking at. It's like, we have a place to stay now. Let's make sure we want to be with each other before we're making these. Because Chris seemingly is basically saying, I'm on the fence about this. Mm-hmm. You know, and she's not hearing that. She's like, it's a yes for me, and, you know, we're going to do this and that, but I can't say yes until I know that we have a place to stay.
You just can't make me believe that they've never had the conversation that, yes, collectively, we are saying yes on decision day.
I don't know. But it seems like I got in my opinion, it's seemingly that Chris is on the fence about things.
No, it does seem like he is, but I just feel like they also have had that conversation.
They probably, I feel like that too, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's Nicole and the way that she presents the things, and it's like, how are y'all still worrying about if why are you still worrying about this part? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still worrying about if people are like, if you guys are going to stay together and find it, like, you have 3 days to make a decision, 4 days probably to find a place to stay.
I learned from one of these other seasons that they can stay there, like they can negotiate to stay in the the neutral apartment.
Oh, really?
For a little bit longer.
Oh, well, I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like, you have the options. Just take your time and find somewhere to live if you're gonna stay together. But the idea that you're talking about it, okay, great, but move past it.
For me, I would view this like we did house hunting, right? Sometimes you couldn't look, and I had to look.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was over it and you needed to look.
Yeah.
If y'all aren't finding a place, like, go take the initiative to, like, talk to these property management companies, or however y'all are looking for the apartments, or not apartments, houses, because she said they need to move into a house because they have so many dogs. Like, go out and do some of the legwork. Show him what you got. Because worst case, you just throw away some money if he says no.
Man, shoot. Save some of these checks and buy you a house.
I don't think they're getting per diem money like that. Because they get a daily rate, and then they get reimbursed some money off of what they spend. And she up here buying dumb stuff like dinosaur costumes.
Be like, man, like, you have to explore all the options when it comes to, living. And I get it. You don't want to, like, her biggest thing is not having to work so hard to be in a relationship with each other. But I'm like, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
I laughed just now because I read my sentence that says, she's annoying. I'm ready for this season to be over. I literally wrote that in my notes. Last thing to touch on with them is the ending scene when the girls were at Seoul. With I'm gonna get some camera time, guys, and they kept calling Chris a beta male. First and foremost, you opened this dialogue for them to disrespect your husband, because nobody starts off by saying your husband a beta male without you giving them some type of ammunition about your husband.
Right. I didn't like that whole scene. Like, they could have kept that to me. Just because men are gonna do that. They're gonna see a pretty girl, a group of pretty girls, and all right, man, I'm finna J down.
Kirsten had the best approach of get out my face.
Yeah.
No. Oh, you said what? I'm married.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband. Yep. Like, she was literally like, stop talking to me. Why are y'all talking to them?
Yeah.
That's what her face was looking like.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, shut it down, move on.
Gina should have been the one talking to everybody the most.
Yeah.
We know she ain't trying with her husband, so there's that.
But it's like they just make men, look like vultures, to be honest with you, because
a lot of y'all are. And I say a lot of y'all are because men don't know how to take rejection well. And it's like, nah, she gotta want me, so I'm gonna keep trying. And it's like, everybody don't want you. Go away.
I get that, but it that scene just bothered me because it was more so of y'all are. For me. It was more so of unnecessary acting.
But you know people that are just like those guys. We all do.
Oh yeah. But
it's a camera crew. They cute.
You have to figure out a way to. I get conversation, right? I get that part, but I think when the conversation gets to degrading your person, like it did with them calling him a beta male and stuff like that, has nothing to do with anything.
I'm gonna tell you now that's her fault, because how did they even get to the point of calling him a beta male? Because that's not where a man starts. She
expressed in a way to describe him as a inferior man.
Right. And that's her fault for starting there, because there would be nothing that I would say in a conversation that would even get us there to where you say that about my husband.
Right. Exactly. So it's like, I don't know, man. That scene just really truly bothered me, and it was more so the men than it was the women in that situation. Like, the women could have shut it down a little bit better, like shut down the
oh, my allergies are on 20 today.
Shut down the whole conversation and stuff a little bit better than what they did. But you kind of, like, as the group of men, you kind of gotta like take a hint and be like, all right, I'm gonna back on up. Because the one dude now, and we'll get to it later, is the dude that was talking to Jasmine. That bothered me so bad, because I was like, oh, okay, he's trying to holler. They all know that they're married. Just let it go. And
Nicole also put the doubt there about if they gonna all stay married.
She did.
So
she did. Nicole, like, she got on my nerves this episode, man.
Nicole is annoying. I wrote that sentence verbatim.
She just she's a know-it-all and don't know it all. Like, she has a response for everything and wants to be involved in the center of the conversation.
Because what was all this twirling she was doing? I was like, be still.
Right.
I feel like it was a 3-year-old. Be still.
The thing that I got from it was she's not approached by black men a lot, which I would see that.
I can't see her frequenting spaces where she would have the opportunity to get approached by black men, like in Nashville.
Yeah. And that was the thing. And like, that's what I felt, right? And it's like, she don't really know how to handle that or what to do, because we all look at the other races as we have to do something. We have to approach it differently. You know what I'm saying? Because in college, we thought about it. Like, what was the infatuation? Because I had a roommate who liked white women. And I always wondered, like, what was the infatuation with it? And to me, what I came up with was, it's the against the rules thing. You know what I'm saying?
The funny thing is, when you was like, I have a roommate that like white women, I was about to say, is it your white roommate? But I know exactly who you're talking about, because it's not your white roommate.
No, it's not my white roommate. But he liked Latino women.
Is his wife?
Yeah, I think she's Latin.
Latinx.
Yeah. But it's the approach, and she didn't know how to receive, because it's not common for her to be approached in that way. And then also, it's not who she would usually date. And I don't know, she might date black men.
The funny thing is, all of the white guys that approached me in college were not the type of guys that I would ever date. Like, it was always like white frat guys.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I don't want it.
It was only...
And it's like white guys that I thought were like actually like attractive and I liked their personality. Yeah. We always became friends. like if one of them would have tried to talk to me, it may have been different, but it was always like the guy that I'm like, it was always a Clint.
Yeah.
That was trying to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like, and it was always like, absolutely not. Please get out of my face.
Yeah. Like for me, it was one white girl that I was like, oh, she's cute. And, you know, we formed a friend. We became friends. But that's about as far as I could get with a white girl or anybody outside of. I like women, right? I think women are the most beautiful creatures on planet Earth.
Creatures,
I call all of us when I talk about.
Go ahead.
The mammals on the world. I call us creatures.
Finish what you're saying.
But it's something about Black women that I really truly love. You know? And I see pretty faces and stuff like that, but it's like ain't nothing like chocolate, man.
I'm not chocolate, bro.
Or caramel, just you know. But I don't know, man. It's that infatuation with the other race, that the forbidden fruit, in a sense, you know. And I feel like Nicole didn't know how to handle that part. And so that what made it awkward as well. The conversation got awkward, and then how they were hounding her husband. It's like, how do I come back from that? You know, because their only thing they were trying to do was trying to bag and tag, you know, and they wasn't trying to be in no relationship with them or anything like that. They was just trying to get it for the night and move on. So, I don't know. Said a lot to say Nicole was nerve-wracking this episode.
Oh, my God.
Let's move on.
Where are we going?
Jasmine and Ayers.
All right. So, Ayers went to a boxing gym with McKinley. And he talked about how he's been learning to redefine intimacy. Mac, which we explained earlier, he explained his sliding in Gina's DMs and what that truly looked like. Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper came by to talk to them, and they talk about the progress that they've made with each other. She speaks up and he says that when she's around, he has less social anxiety. I'm like, don't we typically all have less social anxiety when our person is there? And I don't mean like your spouse, but like a friend.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes it more welcoming.
Sorry, I gotta blow my nose.
Go do your thing, man. Just get off camera and go do it, man. Don't nobody want to see you. Nobody want to see the back of your head, man.
Hush. You still going? Talk.
Man, God, Lee, I'm trying to talk, but I can't help but look at the back of your head. You know, made me forget what I was finna say. I think, yeah, your person makes you more comfortable in the situation, and I mean, that's a good thing that he's comfortable enough with her.
And I don't even think it's because she's his person. I think it's because like she's the person that he's had the most intimate moments with. Because like they live in the same house. I would liken that to going back to college. Your roommate in a dorm room. If you had to be out with a lot of people and none of them were like your friends per se, you would have less anxiety being with your roommate because this is the person that you know intimately.
Yeah. I like the idea that they're not where they were at the first, at the month anniversary. I love that idea that they have been able to open up enough to be comfortable with each other, not to still be there, like Clint and Gina. That if this happens earlier, in their relationship, my thought process of them may be different as far as like continuing on. Like, I believe that they're both going to say yes because they're going to be curious of how is it outside of this process. Because I think Pastor Kyle said that when they sat down and talked to him. You can't truly know if your marriage is good or not until you get outside of this process.
You can't say your marriage is or is not working until you try outside of this.
Yeah.
I actually wrote that quote down.
So it's like, okay, I get that part, right? But it's like, why did it take so long? Why did it take so long for you guys to get here? Now we're 3 days out and you basically have to say, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Or, no, I'm straight on without, what we've done in this situation because I don't feel like you can make a value of a real.
I wonder if they kissing.
Don't look like it.
But Married at First Sight producers also run with the narrative until the end.
And he Ayers, when they sat down with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Kyle, he was like, we made a little progress. And everything that they named. And Dr. Pepper was like, no, that's a lot of progress. I was like, how do you think that's a little progress? When y'all wasn't talking to each other, wasn't touching each other. You were like seemingly disgusted by her, and now you guys are relaxed around each other, are talking to each other, checking in with each other. Like the idea that this man has a whole wife in the world and wouldn't think to say, hey, how you doing or what you doing throughout the day. Like, I don't think there's been a day in these last 10 to 11 years. Has it been 10? Yeah, something like that. 10 years that I have not contacted you.
We're a few months out from 10 years.
Yeah. And especially when we
10 years of daily contact.
Yeah. Especially when we living together. Like, I've talked to you every day. Via text, person, call, something.
Yeah. We can be in the same room and still have to text each other.
Yeah.
Or same house. Maybe not same room, but same house.
I'm laughing because our text ain't you up anymore. Kids sleep.
They only ever used to be you up because you would come downstairs and disappear.
Nah, it'd be like, you would go to sleep. We'd talk about it and be like, I fell asleep.
I was asleep so
anyway,
easily.
They went kayaking. Was it kayaking or paddleboarding? What did you call it?
It's kayaking. And you know how I know it's kayaking? Because I had to Google kayak, paddleboard. Because I was like, maybe it's a paddleboard. Paddleboard is when you're standing. Yeah. Kayaking is when you're sitting. Yeah. I learned the difference. Ask me, am I going to know that in like 2 weeks?
Yeah, I definitely didn't know what it was.
At first, I had wrote water sport. They talk about their decisions on decision day. I really hate that we have to have all these roundabout conversations.
He said he's pretty confident about his answer.
And in her confessional, she was like, a lot gonna have to change. So I think she gonna be the no.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that they're gonna say yes to see how it is, and which is fair. They are on a better trajectory right now than they were, and that's what they were asking for. So I think they're both gonna say yes, just to, okay, let's give it a go. But I don't believe by the time we see the reunion, they're gonna be together.
They're gonna be like Gill and Miller.
I don't think Gill and Miller.
Miller.
Miller. Golly, man. Dang. What did I say the other day? Hurt. They was on a hurt. Miller. Yeah, what is like Southern tongue, man? Goodness, I'm gonna work on my speech. God, dog. I'm trying, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Oh yeah, man. I believe they're gonna say yes, and against everybody else.
I'm thinking about how to edit this into the beginning of it.
Merla. Against everybody else.
Oh my goodness.
I do believe that that it's fair. That it's like they should say yes. Because you know how we was all like, nah, they need to say no.
No, we were not like all
at first
no.
I was Team Ayers. I get that.
You was all in.
Yeah.
And the rest of us was like.
Right. Yeah, it was me and Ayers and everybody else.
Yeah, I was on the island.
But I do believe that them saying yes now makes more sense. And it's also fair for them to, like, it's not a thing of me saying, nah, they just need to say no. But them saying yes now does make sense to me, and it's fair to them to figure that part out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last couple.
I was like, who is that? Oh, Shaquille and Kirsten. I don't know that girl name.
K-Dog.
So they go to an in-home studio to get a song created about their relationship. And Kirsten sang a verse. And Shaquille gave her to let him use you. Because, woo.
Man. Well, we know who not singing the solo at church.
Me? I wouldn't even sing the solo in Jamaica.
Man. No, you wouldn't.
That was with some drinks in my system.
That's your personality, though. You're not a person that's just going to get up there and have fun and embarrass yourself.
Yeah, I'm not.
But me, on the other hand.
I'm not an embarrass me, y'all.
Me, on the other hand.
I don't need all the
only thing
attention.
I'm not going to do is rap.
And I might rap.
I'm not going to rap.
But I have to
I don't
really have the drinks
I don't know
piled
the words
in
to
rap.
anything, man.
I think I would have had to have more than just you there to decide to rap.
Okay.
I'm going back to the Jamaica setting.
Oh, okay. Man, it was the best song in the world, though. This is Bob Marley. One of his songs.
It was Every Little Thing.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you had to say. Every little thing is going to be all right.
First off, they're paying you, not me.
They paying who?
Him, the guy that handed me the mic. They were paying him, not me.
She did. Man.
I'm like Steve Harvey. I paid for this. You sing.
Quick story time.
Hand me no microphone.
So we in Jamaica on our honeymoon, and Artika, we've been drinking all day. And they playing Bob Marley. Everybody's just out on the beach, just jamming and stuff. It's a little band. So the guy walks around, all of us, like he just letting random people sing in the mic and stuff. Nobody's singing like they finna go on tour or anything. You know, they sound horrible. This man gets to Artika, and I'm looking at Artika with the big smile on, and Artika lets us all down. Like, he didn't just hold the mic up to her, like, for a quick second and notice that she wasn't finna say anything. He was like, come on. And I was like, man, come on, man. Just say the words. Give me the mic. I'll say the words.
I think I told him he'll sing.
I don't know, man, but I was like, oh, Artika, I wanted him to give me the mic so I could sing, but he came to you and you didn't do it. I was so upset.
And what you being upset?
But it was so funny, though, because I was like, that's on brand. He didn't know that, but I did. And he kind of walked off like, dang, she really wasn't going to sing. I'm pretty sure it's not. He's got a handful of people that has ever done that, and now you was the other part.
Next time he'll entertain because that's what he gets paid to do.
That is too funny.
I don't get paid to entertain.
That is too funny. He's just having a good time, man. That's all.
I don't get paid to entertain.
Anyway, story time's over. Let's finish up Shaq and
So
Kirsten.
After they make this song, they sit outside and they talk, and they talk about if he'll ever get to meet her dad, which fast forward, he met her dad the next day. He felt a way about not having met her dad. And then when he met her dad, it was basically like, why was you hiding him from me?
We found out that her dad didn't want to be filmed. She
said that at the wedding.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She was like, he didn't want to be filmed. First, she kept... Okay. Her first excuse was he didn't want to take a COVID test. Then she was like, he don't want to be on camera. Like, she just kept making up reasons. Yeah. And I'm like, tell him what the real, honest, and true reason is.
Or just take him to meet him. He doesn't have to be like...
But a lot of this conversation could have been erased if you had just said, my dad's not comfortable being on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Dad's not comfortable being on TV. That's why Shaq had such an issue. I think it was last episode when he was like, our schedules never align, because you can't make me believe in 8 weeks there's never been like an hour window where we can just drop by his house.
Yeah.
All day Sunday. I think they get Sundays and Mondays off from filming, or Mondays and Tuesdays. All day Monday, all day Tuesday. We can't just stop by your dad's house and he live in the city.
You got 8 of them.
Right.
Well, actually 7.
Like, what's up?
Just pick one.
So he says that he needs to feel secure in a relationship and he doesn't feel it yet. She basically was like, what more do you want from me?
But she got a point, though. It's like, what else you want me to do? They
just have to figure out what they need looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because she needs to have deeper conversations. Does that look like talking until 2:00 in the morning? Because we need to pencil that in. I got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he needs to be supported. What is like, does that look like me coming every third trip when you go out of town? Let me know so I can pencil it in. Like, that's literally what they need to do.
Yeah.
Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper come by, and Shaquille says that he feels like they're in 2 different boats and they need to get in the same boat. And Pastor Cal said to the effect of, well, that's just how marriage go. Sometimes it's gonna be 2 boats. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we find out about the dad and the stepmom and all that. I don't think I wrote any notes about them sitting down. Oh, Clint asked Shaquille, are they having fun? And Shaquille said that this process has not been fun, but he's hopeful. And then he asked if he could see himself single again. And I don't think he answered the question.
He said something, but it was along the lines of,
it is what it is.
Yeah, something like, I think he said no. Or something. He answered the question, though. I remember that.
See, it wasn't a yes or no.
It wasn't directly. A yes. It was something beating around the bush answer, but Pastor Kyle called them a power couple, and I was like, stop calling people a power couple.
That was what they wanted to be.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when they introduced them? So when they introduced them as in the season, that's how they did the introduction was Kirsten and Shaquille, the power couple. And that was how they explained her dynamic versus his dynamic and how that was going to create a power couple.
I wish they let the power couple trend go, because everybody ain't no power couple.
Everybody doesn't have a desire to be a quote unquote power couple. Yeah. Just like everybody don't want to be relationship goals.
Mm-hmm. But you can tell they both are on the fence. And it's all because they don't know how to communicate with each other. They're not on the same page communication with each other. So that's what they're running into. That's really all I got for them.
Mm-hmm.
Did that complete our episode?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, question.
You got one?
Nope. I be trying to think of a question.
I'm just happy that next week is decision day. I think. Well, next episode. Isn't the next episode decision day?
I don't know.
I think next episode's decision day.
I didn't see the next episode. Yes, I did. Yeah, the next episode is decision day because that's when they went to the barn and stuff like that. They're going to be outside answering questions. I think, what's your predictions for?
Kirsten and Shaquille are going to stay together. And Nicole and Chris are going to stay together. And Chris is going to get really pissed off about the beta male conversation.
Mm-hmm. Because this is opportunity to
put his foot down.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Oh, okay. I think we 3 out of 4 with Jasmine, Nicole, and Kirsten. Like those couples are gonna say yes. Gina and Clint are definitely gonna say no. And I think both of them are gonna say no. I want to know,
when did Dominique kiss Clint?
They kissed?
At some point. That was what was floating around the internet.
Oh.
Maybe it's on the where are they now?
Yeah, it's probably is. They tried to get something in and, figure it out.
I wish they didn't drag out the reunion. This is not Real Housewives. There is not that much drama that it needs to be a 2-parter.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a quick little 90-minute situation, which is just an hour of our time with, the limited ads.
Mm-hmm.
And move on. Give us a break.
Yeah.
I be feeling like they don't want us to have a break. They're like, we got to come right back.
Mm-hmm.
Let us enjoy the summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give us a break from these people.
I mean, they doing what they're like. We're gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's interesting.
Sometimes I be like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I was really bad. This season. No, not this season. Last season. Because it came back like before I could even have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
yeah.
Anyways, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell, comment down below, let us know who you think is going to stay together, and join us tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the coffee break. You got anything else?
Nope.
That's it. That's all. See y'all. Bye.
Peace.